Hi, my name is Abigail, and I read the book Fever 1793. Maddie Cook is a 14-year-old girl who lives in her family's coffee house in 1793 in Philadelphia during the post-revolutionary war years. She lives with her mother, who Maddie knows is as firm as can be, but her grandfather insists that she just loves Maddie very much and wants to help her. Grandfather is out of the military, which is where most of his stories and little tricks and tips come from. His pet, the jabbering parrot, King George, participates in most of Grandfather's little arguments in the coffee house. There's the mice-eating orange cat named Silas, who Maddie loves, even if he spits mice on the carpet. Maddie is a typical teenager who loves to daydream, socialize, and help in the coffee house while listening to her grandpa and his friends argue about different issues. She spends lots of time with her friends, Eliza, the coffee house cook, a free black woman, and there's Nathaniel Benson, the painter's apprentice. Then one day, Polly, one of the coffee house cooks, doesn't show up for work. She had a terrible fever, and the next thing Maddie knew, Polly is buried the next day. This begins happening all over Philadelphia, and more people are getting this terrible epidemic called yellow fever. Maddie watches in shock as her city falls apart with people's eyes turning a putrid yellow, spewing black liquid, and suffering and pain. Yellow ribbons, which signal death, are hanging in the town, and there are only getting to be more. Houses are being abandoned, and people are thrown into the streets. There is a reek of rotting bodies in the air, and people are just being wrapped in a white sheet and thrown into the ground, if they're lucky. The liveliness of the town is fading, and it is fading very fast. The next person to get ill, though, is Maddie's mother. Lucille tries to be strong for her daughter, but the sickness overtakes her and forces her to her bed. As Lucille gets worse, she demands that Maddie and her grandfather journey away from the ill city. Maddie goes with her grandfather through the woods as far as they can get to escape. Will Maddie and her grandfather survive the fever? This novel by Laurie Halse Anderson is an endearing read that will keep you on the edge of your seat and will touch your heart.